How's it going, guys? Welcome back to TheBlueShifting and welcome back to the Uncivilized Run. Remember, no force power. It's not that that's mattered yet because we haven't had access to force power, but we're getting there. So today we're going to go down to the Undercity, and this is where it gets a lot more interesting. Yeah, we're going to have to just see how this all plays out, but I think I'm going to need to replace Carth's little stun baton. I was really hoping he'd stun stuff with a stun baton, but despite the fact that it claims it gets has a 10 or 15% chance of stunning, he hasn't done it once. So I might just slap a sword in his hand or two. So it might make him a little more useful. But yeah, we're gonna be jumping down there, doing that, and I think we're gonna try and get through all the Undercity tonight and get our way to the Vulcar base. The Vulcar base will probably be just leading us up to the end game. So I'm guessing we have today and then the next week's episode here on Terrace, kind of like the grand tutorial, and then we get to launch into the actual challenge because that's when we're supposed to be able to start using our force powers. Remember, Killy the Bid here. We're playing as him. I'm definitely making this a bit more RP-like just because I feel like it's going to add a little bit more spice to it, but I'm also going to be showing off, what I know about the game. I don't claim to know everything about the game, but I know enough. So I'm just going to equip Carth and we'll head downstairs, so I'll join with you there.
You there, Upworlder! Anyone using this elevator has to pay the toll.
Yeah, this is our elevator. If you use it, you gotta give us something.
I don't believe this planet. Even the beggars are trying to shake us down.
5 credits! That's what it costs to use our elevator. 5 credits!
I like that. He's got a good point. Like, every turn, somebody's always been demanding something or else from us, so... Let's see. Who are you? What are you doing here in the other city?
We are the outcasts, banished and reviled by those who dwell above.
Here in the filth and darkness, we claw out a wretched existence, scavenging and begging just to survive long enough to see another wretched day.
This is our village. We live here in the Undercity. You have to pay us 5 credits for using our elevator.
You know what? I think it's pretty sad. But you know what? I can spare 5 credits. Okay, I can get out of here.
Credits, my brother! We have credits. Now we can buy food and medicine.
Hush, or the others will hear us. They'll want our credits. We have to hide them.
Go on, you two. Get out of here. I'm sorry about that. Those 2 beggars give everyone in the village a bad name. We aren't all like that, Most of us are good people.
I'm sure you are, miss. It's just too bad your little welcoming committee is here to give people a bad first impression.
I we got our fancy shields on, like we just can't be bothered to breathe the air down here. My name's Killy the Bid. Who are you?
My name is Shalina. You're from the Upworld, aren't you?
That's a mouthful of a name.
I've never seen it. I was born here in the Undercity. Is it as nice as they say up there?
It's pretty messed up if you think about it. Like, okay, criminals, throw them into the underground. But if they're born down there, they just assume the same punishment to their parents. Its surface is a beautiful place.
I've never been to the surface, but sometimes I think I can see it in my dreams. The sun, the sky, the stars. It all sounds so wonderful. Gendar, the leader of our village, tells me I should spend more time trying to improve things down here and less time dreaming about something I can never have. Maybe he's right. You probably think I'm a fool, having dreams of a place I've never even seen. But when I was little, Rukil used to tell me stories of what it was like up there.
Rukil, who's that?
Rukil's the oldest man in the village. The kids call him Rukil Wrinkleskin, but he's a kind man. He used to tell me the greatest stories when I was a little girl. I still like to listen to his tales about the Promised Land, even though I know they're just legends, but it helps to make the Undercity seem less dark somehow.
Promised Land, what's that? It does sound interesting.
It's just a story to make little children smile. Rukil believes in it, though. Sometimes I can almost believe it myself, but then I look around and see the ugly truth. I guess we have to make the best of what we have, though. If you really want to learn more about the Promised Land, you should speak to Rukil.
Alright, sounds good, but I'll be going now.
Oh, okay. Well, if you ever need anything, or if you just feel like talking, come back and see me. I hardly ever get a chance to speak to someone from the upworld.
Like, again, besides them, like, just being down here, what is stopping them from going up this? Like, do they actively get punished? Like, are the swoop gangs enforcing this old tradition? Like, so we're hit with the hidden becks. Like, are they say they're the good guys, but, like, are they forcing these people to stay down here? Don't you think letting people not live down here is a good thing? And then what about the Sith? Are the Sith enforcing that too? I guess he could maybe want to keep the rat ghoul infection, which we'll get to in a second, stuck down here, but still. I mean, this is a functional elevator that we can use to get up. Why can't they? It's something I've never quite understood. Otherwise, this is a wonderfully well, like, fleshed out story and interesting, just dynamic characters and things going on here. So yeah, we'll immerse ourselves a bit in this. So this one's gonna get a little wordy, but I think it's okay. I hope you'll enjoy. But you feel free to skip ahead if you don't want to keep up with all this stuff. But yeah, we're gonna run around, talk to some people, and then make some pretty important decisions as we get to explore the Undercity. Carth. It's always in my way, Carth. Come on.
Greetings, Upworlder. We rarely see your kind here in the Undercity. I find it strange that so many of you have come down from the surface recently.
No offense, but I can see why people normally avoid this place.
Why have you come into this dark and sunless place? Is there something you need of me or my village? I will help you however I can.
Is there something about Upworlders who came by here recently?
Our village has seen many visitors from the surface recently. Armored troops, swoop gang members, mercenaries. They come to search our sunless world. They're even searching the sewers.
I'm looking for a Twi'lek named Mission and Zalbar.
Yes, I have seen this Twi'lek many times, though I've never spoken to her. She and her Wookiee companion often pass through our village on their way to explore the sewers.
How can I get to the sewers?
There are 2 entrances into the sewers from the Undercity. One to the northeast of our village, the other to the southeast. But the sewers are dangerous, Upworlder. If you dare to travel those dark tunnels, you would be wise to go heavily armed, unless you wish to become a meal for the rat ghouls and the other foul creatures.
All right, lady, calm down. Why are you interrupting our conversation? I have some more questions.
Ask your questions, Upworlder. I will answer to the best of my knowledge, though I know little beyond the borders of the Undercity.
So what about the rat ghouls? Let's learn about them.
The rat ghouls are monsters, hideous mutations who feast on the flesh of our villagers. Their diseased jaws can infect those they attack, transforming the victim into one of those abominations. We know of no cure for the disease, and for the good of the village, we must banish any who become infected, lest they transform and turn on us.
Alright, so we'll get going.
As you wish, Upworlder. Should you have need of anything else, come speak to me. I represent the entire village, and I will do my best to help you however I can.
So rat ghouls are essentially space werewolf vampire things. They're interesting, and it's funny because the low polygon count for this game really does not. It really enhances the creepiness of them. So it's funny because they announced that they're going to be remaking this game, which was ultimately one of the things that kind of inspired me to go back and play this, because I'm not sure how I felt about that. But now it sounds like they've shelved it and they probably are never going to come out with it. So here we are. This is what we're going to be getting for Knights of the Republic. In fact, this game is just so good. Like, I don't know if a remake would have done it much justice anyway. All right, Rookhill, old wrinkle skin.
You come from the world above. Is this the time of destiny, then? Is this a portent of the salvation of my people? Or merely another false sign to mislead us from the path? Are you the herald of prophecy, the beacon to guide us through the darkness? Or are you merely another harbinger of shattered dreams and unfulfilled promises?
Be careful. This one might be crazy enough to be dangerous.
Speak to me, Upworlder. Tell me what fate you unleash upon us. Salvation or damnation? Speak, Upworlder, I beg you.
Sure, you know what? You don't sound like a cult leader at all. What are you talking about?
A question. You are uncertain, bewildered, perplexed. Understandable, I suppose. Even after 100 years of life, I myself still become confused at times. Perhaps I can make things more clear. Some things, at least. My name is Rookhill, the oldest outcast here in the village. Rookhill Wrinkleskin, the children call me sometimes.
I'm Killy the Bid. What do you want from me, Rookhill?
Once I was honored for my wisdom, but over time the villagers fell away from the true path. Eventually, there was only a single apprentice who followed me. And now she is gone too.
True path? What does that mean? Again, culty vibes.
No, not yet. I must be wary. Careful. You may be a false savior. Dare I share my secrets with you? No, not until you prove yourself.
Okay, how do I do that if I wanted to?
My apprentice is lost. I sent her out into the Undercity to find... well, I cannot tell you. Not yet. Sadly, my apprentice has not returned. Please, Upworlder, will you help an old man? Will you seek out my apprentice in the Undercity? Her name is Malia. I must know of her fate, whatever it may be. I must know what she found.
You know what? If I happen to stumble upon her, sure. But what will you give me if I help you?
Finding her may be difficult. Malia could be anywhere in the Undercity. But if you will find her, I will know you to be our true savior. Only then can I reveal my secret knowledge to you.
If there's anything that Oblivion taught me growing up, it's that you should never underestimate the knowledge of people who live as the beggars of the society. I also think it's just true in real life. I think in order to survive on the streets, you have to be able to gain, you have to have some information. And there's things that people see that, like, you know, for people who are often ignored, they often can learn things you wouldn't expect, but still. If I find anything, sure.
I wish you luck, Upworlder. Come speak to me again once you have discovered the fate of my apprentice.
Coolio. Alright, now let's head out to the gate.
Hey, you ain't from the village. You're from the Upworld, ain't you? Yes, you've got credits, I bet.
Watch yourself. There's something slimy about this guy. I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him.
My name's Saigir. I run a little salvage shop here. You want to buy something from my store? I got some good deals.
Let's see what you got. Despite Carth literally not trusting anybody.
It ain't the best stuff. Mostly salvage and such, but the prices are right.
Sure, buddy.
Hurry, Hindar! Hurry! I can hear it coming!
He'll never make it. He's doomed. I told him he was a fool to leave the village.
He will make it. Run, Hindar, run!
Open the gate! Quickly! There isn't much time!
I can't. The Rakghouls are too close.
The mutants will kill him if you don't open the gate!
And if I open the gate, they'll kill us all.
No!
He could have opened and closed the gate and this is during while they've been
Please,
talking.
Make him open the gate. Hindar will die if he doesn't.
I can't open the gate. Not while the Rakghouls are so near.
I was gonna go out there anyway, so you know what? Alright, I'll go kill him for you.
You'd risk your life for a stranger? You're brave, Upworlder. I'll open the gate
I need to get
for
out
you,
there
but
anyway.
you gotta be quick. In a few seconds, I must close and lock it again.
Alright, Carth, throw yourself at the mutant. Let's take this thing out.
Ha! How'd you like that?
Oh, why is it screen
You
rotating?
asked for this. Damn.
There we go. Alright, Carth, you'll be fine.
I can't thank you enough for saving me, Upworlder. If I had anything but these rags on my back, it would be yours. But we have nothing.
Darn
I
it.
still have you, Hindar. That's all I need. Let's go back to the village.
Thank you for saving Hindar. You are braver than I, Upworlder. Maybe we outcasts have lived too long in selfish fear. Perhaps we can learn a lesson from your brave actions. But enough of my ramblings. Is there something you need, Upworlder?
That's okay. Carth's just opening and closing the gate constantly. You know, the gate you were so terrified of being open. But, it's okay. Bye.
Goodbye, Upworlder.
Are you done, Carth? Oh, just don't get any blood on the ground. All right, we'll go. Hang on, we'll go heal you up.
Please, you have to help me. Nobody else is gonna help me. Even the Becks won't help me. But I can't just leave him there. He's my friend. You'll help me, won't you?
Whoa, slow down, Mission. What's wrong? Gotta chill. We're literally in a nest of monsters.
It's Zalbar. He's in trouble. Big trouble. We have to help him. If we don't, they'll sell him into slavery.
Okay, Zalbar, you mean your Wookiee friend? What happened? Not the Wookiee! We gotta save him!
Me and Zalbar, we were just wandering around here in the Undercity. You know, looking for stuff we could find, just kind of exploring. We do it all the time.
I guess with the Wookiee at your side, you've got to figure you can handle the odd rat ghoul attack.
Only this time, they were waiting for us. Gamorrean slave hunters. We didn't even have a chance to run. Big Z threw himself at him and then roared for me to run. I took off. I figured Zalbar would be right behind me. But there were too many of them. He couldn't get away. They're going to sell him to a slaver, I just know it.
Do you know where they took him?
I don't know for sure, but those Gamorreans like to hang out in the sewers. The stink reminds them of home, I guess. That's probably where they took Big Z.
Alright. If we help you get Zalbar back, you have to get me... No, I don't think that... If I help you get Zalbar back, you have to get me inside the Vulcar base.
It's a deal. As soon as we get Big Z back, I'll show you a way into that Vulcar base. Now come on! We have to find Zalbar before they sell him to slavers, or worse.
Do you know where he's being kept?
The Gamorreans make their camps in the sewers. I bet that's where we'll find Zalbar. And that's where I'll show you the secret entrance into the Vulcar compound.
Alright, there we go. Mission has joined the party.
Don't move. I'm not afraid to use this blaster if I have to.
Settle down, kid. We've already lost enough men to those damn rat ghouls. The last thing we need now is more casualties from a needless firefight. By the looks of you, I'd say you're down here for the same reason we are. To salvage something from those downed Republic space pods. Let me give you some advice. Forget about it. Do yourself a favor and just head back from where you came.
You threatening me?
Mandalorians don't make threats. We make promises. But I'm just trying to give you a friendly warning. This isn't a good place to stand around chatting. The Undercity is crawling with rat ghouls. I've already lost a half a dozen men to those monsters.
Candace, I heard something. Over there in the shadows. Sounded like a rat ghoul.
Here they come! No, no! Look at those things!
Looks like we've got company. Get those blasters ready, boys.
Oh, jeez, they're right there. Here, have a grenade! There, we got him. Yeah.
Damn. I told Davik this salvage mission was a bad idea. His men aren't trained for this kind of thing, and I can't babysit them all. Okay, boys. We're getting out of here before I lose anyone else. I can't carry all this salvage back by myself. You'd be smart to get out of here as well. Even if you can handle the rat ghouls, I doubt there's anything worth finding anymore.
What do you mean by that?
Davik sent me down here with this motley crew to scavenge whatever we could from the Republic escape pods that crashed during the recent battle overhead. But the lower city gangs got here first. Anything worthwhile in those Republic pods is probably in their hands by now. Davik won't like that.
What can you tell me about Davik?
What are you, an off-worlder? Everyone knows Davik. He's a member of the Exchange. You know, the interstellar crime syndicate. Smuggling, gambling, extortion. Davik controls it all here on Taris. That's why I'm working for him. But lately, the lower city gangs have been giving my boss some trouble.
See, we need to get in with this Davik guy. He sounds like my kind of people. But, yeah, I better go.
Come on, boys, let's move out.
Yep, all one of you boys. There's more fun to be had, though. Now, let's see if I can do some looting before I pass out. Alright, Promised Land Journal. That was his apprentice. Oh. Oh, that's a mine. Yeah, mines pause the game like seeing an enemy, which is always terrifying. It's just you spotting a danger, and it's making sure you don't like accidentally step right on it if you're gonna be like walking right up to it. Now here, this might not seem important. But what you're witnessing right here, retrieving the mine, that is
What?
our endgame material. That's going to be the long haul. It's going to be one of the best things that's going to happen for this entire run, this entire gameplay loop. So remember this. Remember the moment we picked up that first mine, and how I promised you that that was going to be a critical part of our future success. Because when we get to the finale, the last part of this game, I promise you, we're going to talk about this again, and I'm going to show you guys something truly special. But for now, we're going to go heal, because I took a lot of damage. Hey, Rookil.
Greetings once more, Upworlder. Do you bring news of my apprentice? Have you discovered her fate and proved yourself to be a true savior of my people?
Unfortunately, she's a corpse.
It is as I feared, then. She joins the list of those who have given their lives in the service of our cause. But though I am saddened by this news, there is yet hope. By finding my apprentice, you have proved yourself worthy, Upworlder. You are to be the beacon on our path to salvation. You will guide us to the promised land.
Alright, but... Old man, I think you have me confused with someone else.
You are marked, Upworlder. Even my dim old eyes can see the mantle of destiny that cloaks you. Perhaps old Rookil knows you better than you know yourself. I am old. I have lived 100 years in the Undercity, cast down into the darkness. I know the legends and history of our people, and now you must learn it too.
Alright, tell me this history of yours.
The great city of Taris covers the entire surface of this planet. There is no land to grow food. Kelp harvests and the creatures of the sea are our only food source. A century ago, rising levels of toxic pollution poisoned the oceans, and famine swept the planet. The rich hoarded food for their own use, and the poor were left to starve and die.
From what I've seen of Taris, it doesn't look like much has changed. Except for the upper city, people here are just as bad off as the poor in your little history.
But the poor rose up against this tyranny, and civil war engulfed the planet. Millions died in the fighting, and huge sections of Taris were destroyed or abandoned. The rebellion was crushed in the end. Thousands were taken prisoner. The jails could not hold them all, and so the practice of banishing all prisoners to the Undercity was born.
Is that how you came to be down here?
Many brave men and women were banished here to the Undercity for their part in the rebellion. People like my father and grandfather were cast down, along with their families.
What did you expect? If they could get away with it, the Teresian nobles would stuff their own mothers down here to make more room in the upper city.
Now we live a dark existence beneath the streets of Taris, a life devoid of all hope but one, the Promised Land. And you will be the one to show us the way to get there.
Okay, so I don't even know what it is. How am I supposed to lead you to this promised land, old man?
Legends tell of a self-sufficient colony founded just before the famine and lost during the Civil War. A paradise beneath the Undercity where droid servants tend to every need. For many years I searched for the Promised Land, just as my grandfather and father did before me. When I became old and gray, my apprentice continued the search on my behalf.
Sounds like a myth to me. Something to give the people here some false hope to cling to so they don't go mad with despair.
Jeez, Carth, just turn around and just talk with your back to him.
The journal of my apprentice provides yet more information. But still, there are too many pieces missing from this puzzle. But I know my father and grandfather each had journals where they recorded their own discoveries. Perhaps with their journals, I could at last uncover its hidden location.
So it's a treasure hunt. No, I could get behind a treasure hunt. What will I get if I find these missing journals for you?
I have nothing to offer if you help me in this. I hope the knowledge that you are helping the entire village escape a life of darkness and suffering is reward enough.
You know, normally I'd be like, screw you guys, I need a reward. But this is the most downtrodden, the outcast. They literally have nothing they could offer me. So I think what Killy the Bid would do is, if I happen to find them, I'd hand them over. There's really nothing to be gained from it. And plus, like, even if I could gain something, it's like, these are like the most destitute people. I mean, come on. Like, am I really gonna rob these guys of something? There's better pickings out there, honestly. I'll find the journals.
It is many decades since my father set out on his journey, but I remember he was eager to explore the sewers. You might want to begin your search there. I wish you luck in your quest, Upworlder. The future survival of this village, of my people, depends on you.
All right, let's go.
I saw you talking with Rukel. He told you his legends about the Promised Land, didn't he? He told you all about his missing apprentice and the other lost explorers, right? You know, most people don't believe his stories. They figure he's nothing but an old cook. But I think there might be some truth in what he's saying. That's why I want to stop him.
Wait, so this guy actually might have information that indicates it might be real, and he doesn't want it to happen. Why are you telling me this?
Oh, don't worry, I'll make this quick. I've got an offer that might be worth your while. For an outcast, I've got things pretty good. The village relies on me to bring in food and supplies. I'm an important man. If it wasn't for Gendar, I'd be running this place.
I get the feeling if it wasn't for Gendar, this place would be a lot worse off than it is.
But if Rukel ever finds his Promised Land, I'm sunk. People won't need to rely on me anymore. I'll just be another nobody like all the rest of the villagers. I won't let that happen.
So what do you want me to do?
The two explorers who went searching for the Promised Land might have found something. They might have found clues or evidence, just like Rukel's apprentice. They would have recorded that information in their journals. I'll pay you if you bring all 3 journals to me. The 2 from the explorers and the 1 from Rukel's apprentice. Then I can destroy the evidence and make sure nobody ever finds the Promised Land. I've saved up enough credits for my business here to make it worth your while if you help me.
I'll think about it.
Once you have all 3 journals, just bring them to me and I'll give you a decent reward. Now, was there something else you needed?
No, I'll be gone.
Yeah.
Alright, so it's an interesting thing. Like, I could get a reward. Sounds like he might actually have a nest egg. But, I mean, really? From these people? I don't know. It's one thing to track down bounties that have been properly established and properly, like, set up. It's another to literally just rob or, like, destroy information that could potentially improve the lives of a whole bunch of, like, destitute people. Like, that's pretty freaking low. Even, like... And like, can he really offer that much? Something of value? I don't think so. So we'll see. We'll see when we get there. A public soldier. Hello, fellow soldier.
Help me. Please. I can feel inside my skin something growing. Like some kind of hideous disease.
Wait, I'll see if I can get you something to help you.
No! No! I can feel it!
Oh, look at that thing. It's slimy. What's up, bro? Oh, carth. One slap and you're done, huh? Yep, nothing in the pod. Walking around. I spy Sith with my eyes.
You there, civilian. This is a restricted area. What are you doing down here?
I don't know. I got my papers. Look, I got all the proper security papers.
Security papers? Oh, you're one of those trackers the commander sent down, right? They should have given you an armed escort. It's nasty down here. We've already lost one patrol. We figure the Rak ghouls got them. We've had so many encounters with those things, we've actually run out of Rak ghoul serum. Plus, we've had several skirmishes with looters from those lower city swoop gangs. I'm telling you, we should just stay in the upper city where we're in control.
You said you lost one patrol already?
Oh, is that why you're down here? Search and rescue? I didn't think they'd send anyone. They were in the southern section of the Undercity when we lost contact. I would have gone to investigate, but my orders are to search for those crashed escape pods, even if it means leaving another patrol to die.
Well, I should be going now.
Yeah, sure. The commander won't be too happy if you come back empty-handed, right? Well, the same thing goes for us. Come on, patrol, let's get back to it. The sooner we get this search done, the sooner we can get out of this mutant-infested hole. Move out.
This place is so unpleasant. And even the Sith are just like, screw this place. Alright, skeleton. Got Sith soldier. Ooh. Blaster rifle. Rackle serum. Hey, there we go. And some armor. That's ironically not Sith armor. Alright, let's finish looting around here. I want to make sure I got this fully explored before we take that serum, because, like, we gotta go and figure out what we're doing with that.
Hey, Carth. You're a pilot for the Republic, right? You've been all over the galaxy, I bet, right? So tell me, how would you rate Tars compared to other worlds you've seen?
To be honest, Mission, Terrace would rate pretty low. Prejudice, the rich spoiling themselves while the poor are crushed beneath them. It's not a pretty picture.
Yeah, but that's only since the Sith occupation. Before that, well, I guess it wasn't all that different, really. Maybe Tars ain't as great as I thought, you know?
Trust me, Mission, there are a lot of worlds better than Terrace. There are worse, too, but Terrace is no place for a kid to live on her own. Even a kid who's got a Wookiee to look out for.
Hey, I ain't no kid. I look out for Zaalbar as much as he looks out for me. Big Z's my friend, not my babysitter. Jeez, I come ask you a question, you give me a lecture.
Don't you snap at me, Missy.
Oh,
you want
gosh.
a lecture? How's this? Only bratty little children fly off the handle because of a simple comment.
Wait, Carth. You were the biggest. No wonder I hated him so much playing this game. He's the biggest hypocrite. I like literally ask one question, he flies off the handle, but apparently if anyone else does it, oh no, they have a big problem. Not a child like. You're gonna take that from him, are you, Mission?
I don't have to listen to you, Carth. You ain't my father, though you're sure old enough to be. So keep your lectures inside your withered old head, because I don't need them.
And I sure as hell don't need this. Look, let's just drop it and get back to what we were doing.
Yeah, you two are lovely. Now, as I was saying, okay. Now I have two choices here. Rackle serum I can sell, or I can give it to the doctor. If I sell it, I get about 1,000 credits. Fair. But at the same time, it's like medically necessary, and I've learned through experience that if you do that, you can't get access to it, and there's something I'd like to do with it. So we're gonna do the right thing. We're gonna give it to the doctor, because who are the people who are suffering from it? It's not the rich, it's the poor. Let's make it so that the poor don't have to be as desperate for it. We're gonna give it to the good doctor who's been helping all these wonderful Republic soldiers they can't save.
Welcome back. Are you in need of healing or medical supplies? I can treat you right here at the center for almost any condition, except the Rakul disease, of course.
Oh, good news, doctor, because I have just the thing you're looking for. I'm about to make you the deal of a lifetime, because you're about to be nominated for what's it called, like the Nobel Peace Prize? Yeah, you're pretty much going to be getting whatever this terrorist version of that would be.
You have the serum? Impossible. How did you get this? No, wait, I don't really want to know. Can I see it? The serum, I mean? I need to see if there's enough for me to analyze it so I can start producing it in mass quantities.
I thought he was going to be coming on to me right there for a second. Oh, yeah, here you go. Oh, hold on, what about my reward? Should I have something?
I'm not a wealthy man. All I can offer is a handful of credits and a few extra med packs.
Yeah, take the serum. You know what? That's enough for me.
Let me see. Yes, this is it. A cure for the Rakul disease. With this sample, I can make enough serum for everyone. The people of Terrace owe you a debt they can never repay. Please, take this small reward. It isn't much, but it's all I can afford. A few credits and 2 spare med packs.
Yeah, it's something. But, let's see. Are you sure you couldn't spare a little something extra?
I suppose I could give you a discount here at my shop, in addition to the credits and med packs. Other than that, there is really nothing else I can offer. I appreciate everything you've done. There are many who would have sold the serum to the crime lord Davik for a much higher sum. Now, is there anything else I can do for you?
Let me see. Let me see what you got for sale.
Of course. Just step over here and I'll show you what I have in stock. My prices are very reasonable. Just what I need to keep this facility operating.
See, he's a good guy. I can really get behind supporting him.
You blew it. If you'd brought that rat ghoul serum to Zax, you would have made it worth your while. No, you had to go and do the honorable thing.
I mean, I didn't do it for the honorable thing. I even shook him down for what I could, but come on, man. It's like stealing from the poor. That's sad. If you're going that far, you're just pathetic. Like Davik, like claiming all, like, what was it, like 100 credits from an old man who couldn't pay. Like, that's pretty sad. I mean, you gotta make a name for yourself. But you know what? You can make a great name. It's good to be able to make a name for yourself as a positive force as well. The underground can appreciate people who don't step on the little guy. Please, human, I'm injured, in need of assistance. These human children keep hitting and kicking me. I cannot reason with them.
Get out of here, you goggle-eyed freak! You're too ugly for the upper city.
Yeah, go back to where you came from. We don't want your kind up here.
Oh, please, human, help me. Maybe these superior species will listen to you. Hey, you kids, leave the Ithorian alone. Come on, like, this is just pathetic.
Why do you care what happens to some scummy alien? He's just a freak.
Yeah, he isn't even supposed to be in the upper city.
Yeah, you're punks, or you'll be the one in pain.
Oh, run for it!
Thank you, human. I was returning from a visit for the work associate when those children, human children attacked me and chased me through the streets. You should be okay now. Glad I could help. Well, do you have any kind of reward for me helping you? I'm sorry, human. I wish I had a reward to give you to show my appreciation for your intervention, but I have no suitable reward on my person. Once more, I thank you for saving me from those human children. I must take leave of you now. My life mate will be worrying where I am. Oh well. Stupid brats.
Hey Carth, can I talk to you for a second?
Are you ready to have a civil chat? Or is this gonna be another childish tantrum?
Tantrum? I'm trying to apologize, you nerf herder. I mean, I'm sorry.
He's not worth it, Mission.
It's just that I'm sick of everyone treating me like I'm a helpless kid.
Yeah, I know. And I'm sorry about what I said, too. I'm just a little on edge lately. Not surprising considering all we've been through, but I shouldn't take it out on you.
About time you two made up. You both are childish.
Mission, you have to know that we don't think you're helpless. I mean, look where we are. Look at what we're doing. You're not just along for the ride. We need you.
You really mean it, don't you? Nobody's ever said anything like that to me before. Not even Big Z. He might think it, but he's not really one for words, you know. Thanks, Carth.
Well, it's no big deal. I mean, I know it is. Sometimes you just need to hear a few words of encouragement. Kids are like that.
Kids are like that? Listen, you... Oh, I get it. Okay, you got me. You're pretty funny, Carth.
No, he's not.
For an old guy. Come on, geezer. Let's get back to what we were doing.
Ugh, that geezer comment's starting to feel more and more at home in my psyche, and I don't like that at all. It's okay, Mission, though. You can hate Carth. Oh, God, you're also chatty all of a sudden. Mission seems rather distant. Maybe you should talk to her. All right, Mission, what's up?
Hey there. What can I do for you?
I want to know a little bit more about you, Mission.
Really? You want to know about me? Nobody's ever really been interested in me before. What do you want to know?
How'd you and Zalbar hook up?
Big Z's my family, you know? My parents, well, I guess they're dead. It was just me on my own until the day I saw Zalbar in the lower city. I could tell right away he was in trouble. This was before the gang wars were out of hand. But even then, the Vulkars were scum. A few of them were hassling Big Z, trying to pick a fight, but he wasn't looking for trouble.
Oh, that's... Let me see, like, who'd want to pick a fight with a Wookiee? Exactly, like, who would be the brainiac who thought that was a good idea?
Hey, nobody said the Vulkars were smart, but there were 3 of them, so maybe they figured they could handle him. I don't know. Anyway, I don't like the Vulkars at the best of times. And when I saw them picking on this poor Wookiee, all alone on a strange planet, overwhelmed by the big city, I just lost it. I screamed out, "Leave him alone, you core slimes!" and charged right at them. Well, one of them saw me coming and slapped me so hard he just about knocked me cold.
Fish. Like he didn't fry you with a blaster.
Hey, I don't need a lecture from you. You ain't my mother. I knew what I was doing. Those Vulkars didn't scare me. They're nothing but cowards. I knew how to deal with them. Of course, I never got the chance. I guess Zalbar didn't like seeing me get smacked around. He let out this howl, and yanked that Volker a meter up off the ground and held him there by his throat.
God, that would have been so cool to see. What did the other two Volkers do?
The other two screamed and ran off. Can't say I blame them. The first time you see an angry Wookiee up close, it isn't a pretty sight. I thought Zalbar was gonna rip that punk's arms off and beat him to death with his own fists. The Volker was so scared, he fainted. Or maybe it was Big Z's breath just knocked him out.
Either way.
Telling Zalbar to brush those choppers of his, but he never listens. Just stay upwind when he's speaking and you'll be fine. Anyway, I knew those Volkers would be back with friends, so I grabbed Zalbar and we took off. Ever since then, we've been a team. We look out for each other, you know?
Yeah, that's cool. Alright, so how did Zalbar end up on Terrace?
He was fleeing some kind of trouble back on Kashyyyk. That's all I know, really. Big Z doesn't like to talk about it. In case you didn't notice, he's the strong, silent type. Doesn't much matter
I don't
to
know
me,
him
though.
yet.
I accept him for what he is, not what he was. He and Zalbar like to live in the present.
How'd you survive before you met Zalbar?
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? You think I can't take care of myself? I've got street smarts. I know how to get by on my own. In fact, I look
sure.
out for Zalbar more than he looks out for me, you know? Big Z's a little bit too gullible to make it alone on the mean streets of the lower city.
I can believe that. We should get back to the task on hand.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Like I used to tell my brother, fast talk and slick words don't get the job done.
Oh, I didn't know you had a brother.
My brother's a touchy subject, you know? It just so happens I don't really feel like talking about him right now. Nothing personal. Let's just get back to the business at hand, okay?
You and Carth are both really good about bringing up topics that you suddenly don't want to talk about. I know it's mostly the writing, but like it does seem a little like suspect where they're like, oh yeah, I used to talk about this thing, and then they're like, and you're like, oh, mission, why? It's been 30 seconds. What do you need to talk about now? Just go, okay, sure. What do you want to talk about this time?
Hey there, what can I do for you?
I want to talk to you about your brother. You know, 30 seconds ago when you told me don't ask me about it, I decided I'm going to ask anyway.
I was a little snappish when we last talked. I'm sorry about that. I get a little touchy when it comes to Griff. It's kind of embarrassing telling people about him.
Ah, Griff. I love that name. Red versus blue. Well, you're kind of dead now, but I loved you for what you were. Embarrassed? Why?
It's complicated. Griff wasn't the most popular guy. He had his faults. But I still loved him, you know? Sometimes people don't understand. I never knew my parents. My brother always looked out for me. He's the one who brought me here to Tars. I was just a kid, only 5. But I remember the trip, if you could call it that. We were stuffed inside a packing crate in a starfreighter's cargo hold with just enough food and water to make the trip. Not exactly first class, you know?
Ugh, that must have sucked. You're stowaways.
I don't know the whole story. I was pretty young, but my brother owed a lot of money. Might even have been a few arrest warrants out for him, I don't know. The only way to get off the planet was to smuggle ourselves out. I mean, I don't want to make it sound like we were criminals. Well, maybe my brother was. See, this is why I don't like to talk about it. It makes Griff sound worse than he really was. My brother had his problems, but he always looked out for me.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, you could have been lost. But like, I mean, use family. You just stick with your family as long as they're not toxic. If they're toxic, you let them out of your life.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Without my brother, I don't know where I'd be. He gambled and drank, and he was always borrowing money for his latest get-rich-quick scheme. But he had a good heart, you know? He taught me how to survive. Showed me how to slice into a computer security system, how to get inside a locked building without the entrance codes, and how to spot a wealthy mark for a quick shell game.
Pretty handy skills to have, Mission. I agree. Like, they're skills I've got.
Yeah, Griff did right by me. I really miss him since he left. I keep hoping he'll come back someday. He promised me he would.
Why did he leave?
He fell in with a bad crowd. It's all Lena's fault. She's the one who took him from me. Just batted those long lashes at him and off he went.
Who's Lena?
I don't want to talk about Griff and Lena. Just the thought of that space tramp makes my blood boil. Subject's closed as far as I'm concerned. If I'm gonna be any help to you, I can't be worrying about my brother running off with some intergalactic skank. So is there something else you need?
No, it's okay. We're good.
Okay, have it your way.
Carth, you okay? Freaking out there? What, do you not like me bonding with her?
To me, people.
Oh, let's get away from that guy. He's talking about all the aliens again. I better save before anything really go fit. Why are there people here? My mission's leveled up, that's good.
That hurt, I bet.
Anyway, like I was saying, I better save before anything kicks off. Now Carth wants to talk. Alright, Carth, what's up?
Yes, what's on your mind?
Just wanted to talk with you.
Oh, you want to argue some more, is that it?
Yes, absolutely. I'm always up for a good fight.
So I've seen. If I were Malik, I'd be a bit nervous to have you on my tail. I just don't trust easily. And for good reasons, which are my own.
He's like talking about like future game stuff. Why am I talking to him right now like we're hunting Malik? We're on the planet just trying not to die. But we have to work together, Carth, so it has plenty to do with me.
Oh, damn it. I suppose I won't get any rest until I talk, will I? You want to know why I don't trust anyone? Fine.
Thank you.
Here goes. 5 years ago, the Jedi had just finished the war with the Mandalorians. Revan and Malik were heroes. I was damn proud to have served in their fleet. It was completely unexpected when they turned on us, invading the Republic while we were still weak. Nobody knew what to think, least of all me. Our heroes had become brutal, conquering Sith, and we were all but helpless before them. I mean, think about it. If you can't even trust the best of the Jedi, who can you trust?
I mean, he's kind of got a point. Like, the Jedi have this really, like, lofty opinion, and they fought together in a war, like, against, like, a common enemy. Of course you'd trust them. Like, it is kind of insane to imagine that them turning around and just, like, stabbing you, like, your culture and your, like, everything in the heart. But it's also got historical precedence. That's exactly what Caesar did, if you think about it. Like, his whole thing is, like, he was gaining a lot of popularity and support with the military. He went on these mass conquerings and did some fantastic work, and then he just kind of turned around, came back, and said, "This is mine now." I suppose you can't. That must have been hard to take.
No, it wasn't even that. There were others. Good, solid men, trusted men who turned on us as well and joined their cause. Malik and Revan and the Sith deserve to die for what they've done, but the ones who fled the Republic and joined them are even worse. The dark side has nothing to do with why they joined with the Sith. They deserve no mercy.
Yeah, here's the thing, it's interesting. Remember, hokey pokey Sith, Jedi stuff, it's all kind of the same. Killy the Bid, you know, like, here's the thing, Carth, like, it's all a big front anyway, they're just human. But you do, like, so I don't know if, like, there's, like, they're the same. I agree, though. Like, if your best friends have turned on you, like, yeah, but look, I haven't joined the Sith, Carth.
I know, and I should apologize to you. I've become so accustomed to expecting the worst in others, and you've done nothing to deserve that. It's just... No, never mind. Let's just continue with what we were doing. I'd rather not talk about it.
Alright, so besides the fact that we're breaking some of the canon lore because, like, these people are talking to me so stinking much, I don't want to talk to Carth. I'm excited when we can get Big Z on the team.
Wait, Upwelder. You can't go through this gate. There is too much danger and suffering beyond. For your own sake, turn back.
I brought the serum for the Rakghoul disease, because this is where all the sick people are being kept.
Your offer is generous, Upwelder, but the serum is useless to us now. The villagers infected with the Rakghoul disease have been quarantined beyond this gate. At any moment they could be transformed into terrible monsters. Nobody would be foolish enough to risk going into the pens to give them the cure. The infected ones could transform into Rakghouls and attack them at any moment.
Well, I'm an idiot, so let's go ahead. I'm going through those gates and try to help the infected ones. I may be a dumb idiot, but these people don't deserve this.
I can't stop you from going through the gates, Upwelder, but if the infected ones have already transformed into Rakghouls, you'll be walking into your grave.
I've killed so many Rakghouls already, it's not a big deal.
Please, help us. We're infected with the Rakghoul disease. At any moment we could... No! This cannot be... No!
I mean, pretty convenient that they could do that. Whoopsie! Dang it! Son of a gun. Alright, we'll be back.
What?
Yeah?
Get the sneak attacks in.
That hurt.
There we go. Piece of freaking cake.
Please, you have to help us. We beg you. We don't want to end up like the others. Please help us. We can't end up like them.
I brought you the serum to cure the rat ghoul disease.
You have a cure. Please, give it to me. Quickly, before it's too late.
Here's rat ghoul serum. I have enough for both of you.
Quickly, I must inject it before it's too late. Yes, I feel it working. I feel the disease burning away. It's like a miracle. I am cured. Thank you, Upworlder. You have saved us from a fate worse than death. I only wish I had some reward to give you. Maybe you can find something worthwhile in the wreckage of that Republic escape pod.
Bro, escape pod? What are you talking about?
Not long ago, an escape pod crashed in the Undercity, far to the northeast of the village. We were going to try and salvage equipment from it when we were attacked by the rat ghouls and infected. I'd tell you more if I could, but our salvage team never reached the pod. It's probably still there, unless some of the other Upworlders already found it and picked it clean. We should go now, Upworlder. We're anxious to return to the village and see our families again. Thank you once again for everything you have done.
On a day's work. God, more light side points. I need to stop being so nice. I just can't punish these people. It's just stupid.
You amaze me. I always thought the surface dwellers couldn't care less about us outcasts. But you risked everything to help those infected villagers. I wish I had some type of reward to give you, but we outcasts have nothing. All I can offer is the gratitude of the entire village.
I need healing. Thank you. You Jedi. That's definitely a force power, that animation that they play. But anyway. Alright. Now it's time for us to go into the depths.
Look at this.
Oh, hey.
This is one of those old-style manual locks. No computer codes or nothing. The sewers is the only place you'd see one of these on Terrace. You can't use conventional security spikes on these old locks. But don't worry. I've come across them before. I've rigged up a little device that should do the trick.
There he is!
I'm glad to see you too, Big Z. You didn't think
He's a
I'd
sight for
forget
sure
about
eyes,
you.
he said.
Mission and Zalbar, together forever.
Who's that with you?
These are my new friends,
That's not a
Big
good
Z.
voice for him.
Without them, I could never have got you out.
Good to meet you, Zaalbar. I'm Killy the Bid. You know the language of my people. That's rare amongst your species. I'm impressed. You have saved me from a life of servitude and slavery. There's only one way I could ever repay such an act. I will swear a life debt to you.
A life debt? You sure about that, Big Z? Think about it carefully. You better be sure about this.
I am sure, Mission. This is an issue of great importance to me. Because of our great physical strength, Wookiees are being used as slave labor off our homeworld. They see us as brutes and animals to be exploited. Over the years, slavers have taken many of my people. We must always be on guard against raids against our villages. When the Gamorreans captured me, I thought I was doomed to a life of servitude. I have not been saved for such a fate. The only way I can repay that is through the life debt.
Big Z swearing a Wookiee life debt to you? Wow, this is major. Do you realize what it means?
I always wanted a Wookiee slave. No, we're not saying that one. And I do like the walking carpet thing, but some kind of loyalty vow, isn't it?
A life debt is the most solemn vow a Wookiee can make. It means he'll stay by your side for the rest of your life. Wherever you go, whatever you do, Zalbar will be with you.
In the presence of all, I swear to you my life debt. Forever I will always be your side, Killy the Bid. May my vow be as strong as the roots of the great Warshek trees on Kashyyyk. I am honored to accept this vow.
I guess this means you're stuck with me, too. Wherever Big Z goes, I'm going. I almost lost him once. It's not gonna happen again.
Glad to have you aboard, Mission.
So, I guess I still owe you one secret path into the Volca base. That was the deal, wasn't it? Don't worry. I know a back door into that scum den.
Good. Sooner we get there, the better.
I better come with you. The Volkers put up a force shield to keep the sewer dwellers out. I'm one of the only non-Volkers on Terrace who can get you past it. I can't remember exactly how to get there, but I know it was somewhere here in the sewers. Over to the northeast, if I remember right. I just hope the Rancor monster isn't still there.
Wait, what? Are you serious? Can we have that too? Are you serious?
There used to be a Rancor monster that made its nest in that part of the sewers. Pretty much eats anything it can get its claws on. That thing is huge. Luckily, Rancors aren't too bright. I was able to sneak past it before, so I'm sure we'll figure something out. That is, Unless you want to change your mind.
It's not really an option. Let's go.
Okay then, off we go. Like I said, somewhere to the southeast. Just look for the force shield, and we'll know we're there.
Zaalbar's joined your party. Remember, you can only have 2 party members with you at any time.
Welcome back, Upworlder. How goes your quest? Have you found the journals of my father and grandfather?
Shockingly, yes. I don't know how, but I actually stumbled upon them all.
Can it be true? Is it possible that at long last the dream of my father and grandfather before him will be fulfilled? I can hardly bear to look. Yes, of course. Now I understand. It all makes sense. Now I see why the Promised Land has been so hard to find. It is so obvious. You have done a great thing, Upworlder. A selfless act that will bring great joy to all the people of this village. I must take this to Gendar right away.
Wait, you're not going to tell me what the secret was?
Rukil, what do you want now? Have you more fables of a hidden paradise just waiting for us to find it?
You may not think these are fables after you see what I have brought you, Gendar. Look at these journals.
What? No, it can't be. Are these real, Rukil? Is this information accurate?
I swear to you everything in these journals is true, Gendar. The Promised Land. I told you I would find it.
The entrance is far from here, Rukil. It will take us weeks to get there, perhaps even months. And we will have to cross many Rakghoul-infested areas.
I do not deny the journey will be hard, Gendar. But surely it is better than the miserable life we have here.
Wise words, Rukil. Our supplies are high right now. We could leave by nightfall. I will tell the others to prepare for the journey.
There must be some pretty compelling evidence.
Upworlder. I will say a final goodbye. For where we are going, I fear you cannot come. The journey to the Promised Land is long and arduous.
I mean, as much as it sounds fantastic, I'm quite content to not go. Goodbye, Rukil, and good luck.
We must part ways here, Upworlder. I sense your destiny is yet to be chosen, but the destiny of my people is at the end of the long journey ahead of us.
Off they go. Literally walking into the sunset. You'd think they'd take some Rakghoul serum with them, but whatever. Oh, man, I've been getting too much light. Look at that, I'm on the blue. Gotta start being selfish again. Oh, well. Okay, back down to the sewers we go. And now it is time for us to get rid of that little Rancor problem we've got. Oh, fetch. These all respawn too. Wish I could shut that door. I shouldn't have to kill all these guys again. What the fetch? Whoa, what the fetch? What just... Huh? What just happened? What? We just glitched. We just glitched. Like, I go through this door. We just went through that sheet. How the fetch did we... What?
Yeah?
What just happened? How did... This game. Oh, fetch. Come on. Mission. I've never ever seen that before. What did I even do? Hey, so anyone who's a speedrunner, like, let's make note of that. I somehow skipped past the force field.
You won't be able to get that computer to lower the energy fields unless you know the proper codes. Lucky for you, I've got them. I picked them off the pocket of a black Volker who had a little too much to drink in the cantina one night. Here, let me get that energy field down for you.
Thank you, Mission.
What?
We had the means to do that, but like, if... Oh, fetch. I didn't mean to use that. That's annoying. But somehow I glitched into the lower sewers from the other side. How did that even happen? Oh, come on. Really? I'm higher priority? That was insane. That was really, that's awesome if that's actually an exploit thing. Like, if that's just like some weird secret glitch that like hadn't been like known yet. I don't know. I've never watched a speedrun of this game before. Maybe after I'm done playing like this game, I will do that because that was freaking nuts. I've never seen anything like that happen before, ever. Sorry, I occasionally have to load the game because my character freezes up for some reason, and quick loading seems to fix it. Alright, so now we're gonna go solo. And I get to put on the stealth belt because we have to go catch ourselves our Rancor. No, I just realized something here. Stealth field generator. Okay. I thought like it was changing our stats. So, we just got that data pad. Beck data pad. Data pad seemed to be detailed plans the hidden Becks had to get into the Black Vulcar base. Of note is the following. We have synthesized a substance with an odor that resembles a favorite prey of Rancors. If we place the bait properly, we could lure the Rancor into eating something lethal enough to kill it. So that's really what we gotta do. So I go solo mode, I go stealthy, I go in here, corpse pile, and big boy over there. Yes, I know he's there. You can fight him and beat him, but this is the way you're kind of supposed to do it, and I really like how it's an option. Okay, so I want to take the items, and then I want to switch to give. You give a single frag grenade and another Rectal serum. You give the synthesized odor, and then we close. Oh, he likes it. He likes it. Nom nom nom. Kaboom! And that's how you do pest control. But that's where we're going to end for today. Thank you guys so much for joining me. We are now ready and poised to jump into the Black Vulcar base, which is going to be a really interesting like assault. It's a long one, but there's a lot of interesting dynamics that go into it. And I'm guessing after that we'll get ready for the swoop race. So based on how long this actually took me, I might have been a bit presumptuous saying that there's only going to be 2 more parts. We're probably going to have 3 because the Black Vulcar base is probably going to take a long time. And then there's the swoop race, which I might be able to throw on at the end. And then we'll probably have to do another episode, which is us getting off Terrace. So, yeah, I think at least 2 more. But that's all right. We're jumping into things. I'm having a lot of fun. This is probably one of my more enjoyable games ideas we've run on the channel. Like, I heavily love visual novels. I always will. But gosh darn it, is it kind of fun to do a challenge run of this game, which is one of my all-time favorites. So I hope you guys are enjoying it. So far, it seems like you are. I've seen a lot of you coming through and kind of leaving comments and viewing the video. So thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode as much as you enjoyed the last 2, and that we continue to do this fantastic series. So let me know in the comments if there's anything you'd like to see, any questions you have, or if you happen to know anything about the speedrunning community, and if that skip I accidentally did is actually a thing, or if I just got extraordinarily lucky somehow. Because that was freaking bizarre. But, yeah, well, thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was a great thing to record, and it's good to be back. Thank you so much for your patience. And until the next video, watching me, see me next. I'll see you there.